Hello everyone, it's Carol here at Oak House Journals. Thanks so much for joining me. I don't know about you, but I like nothing better than cozying down in an evening to watch a really good film or TV series on the television, particularly at this time of year when it's cold and the dark nights have set in. Obviously we're here in the UK and that doesn't apply to you down under, but that's what it's like here in the UK. Now, as much as I love settling in to watch a really good film, I can't just sit there and do nothing, as most of you probably know by now if you've watched my channel. I like to have a piece of embroidery on the go, and I like to have a project that will ostensibly last me throughout the year. What my project was for last year was a fabric journal which formed part of a subscription called Postcards from England. Now, there is a little mini series in my playlist where there are 4 videos showing the progress on the little embroideries that I did for that one. It's not quite finished yet. The embroideries are all done and dusted. I'm actually in the process of putting together the fabric journal, and I will release within maybe a fortnight, 3 weeks, a video on that showing the process of putting the journal together with those embroideries, and also a flip through of the finished journal. That's off to one side here in the craft room, and I'm working on it, doing a little bit of the work that I need to do to create the journal, doing a bit of videoing, explaining what I'm doing, and then doing a bit more videoing, and so on and so on. So as I say, that will come out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. So what am I going to do this year? Well, I've got a project that I set up last year. I've got a gorgeous little box here, and this was something that I got from a beautiful lady called Susan Oliver, and her name on Instagram is Suki Sue and the Sew Sisters, and I ordered from her some designs which I asked her to create for me, and I have been hoarding them in this lovely little box all throughout last year, champing at the bit, ready to do these little embroideries. So let me show you. I'm just going to pop this off to one side because I've got some other little bits and bobs that I've stored in here, and I'm going to bring in these. Now, these are the little embroideries that I'm going to be working on, all wreath based, and I love wreaths. I have a go prior to Christmas creating a natural foliage wreath for the front door. Thought you might like a quick look at the wreath that I created for the Christmas that's just gone. As you can see, it's hanging on an internal door. I tend to add my foliage to the bare wicker wreath inside and then move it to the front door. Here in the UK, just before Christmas, it's way too cold to be doing this outside. The picture you're actually seeing is not the finished wreath, it is a work in progress. I added a lot more of the green foliage to thicken it out quite considerably before it went to its final place on the front door, but it gives you an idea of what I like to dabble with before Christmas as part of our Christmas decorations. It's fun just having a play with these every year, and the design changes as the mood takes me. Also this year, between Christmas and New Year, I got fascinated by nautical rope wreaths, and I had a go at making several of those, and again I'll pop a little picture in so that you can have a look at it. I had so much fun creating these that I actually created 8, and now I've got the fine task of storing them this year because I'm going to give them to friends and family as a little pre-Christmas gift for Christmas coming up at the end of this year. Not ideal with moving house, but hey, I can't put everything on hold for this house move that doesn't appear to be happening. Anyway, enough of that. Let's go back to these gorgeous little designs that Sue Oliver did for me. Now, these are 17 centimeters by 20 centimeters, or 6.5 by 8 pieces. The vintage linen fabric that she has printed these beautiful delicate designs on is just a dream to stitch. I can't recommend Sue highly enough. So I'm very quickly going to flip through and show you what my designs are like. I've got 8 here, which I think is going to be enough to put together a little fabric book. Now, I don't know if I'm going to do individual pages or if I'm going to do a little concertina book. I'll decide on that at the end of the project when all of these are stitched. But equally, you could make these into something like a Christmas quilt or Christmas advent calendar or something like that. I'm planning to do one of these a month. So as I go through them, will you pick out one design for me that you would like me to tackle for next month, for February, not for January, because I've already made a start, which one you'd like me to tackle next. So this is design number 2 with a little snowdrop in it. That's design number 3. This is design number 4. Love this one. This one, I think these are just little rose hips, perhaps. Little beech leaves in. Then there's this one with the acorns. This one, leaves and foliage. So those are the designs that I've got. And in this little pouch, as I said, I've already made a start on January's. So let me just move that thread to one side, and isn't that gorgeous? All the designs are very, very simple and easy. I don't want anything complicated whilst I'm watching the television, because I want to enjoy whatever I'm watching on the television as well. So I don't want to be doing something like serious embroidery or county cross stitch where I've got to keep my eye really on the ball with what I'm doing. So these designs are just perfect. And this one, I've made a start. I've done a single thread of some DMC stranded cotton or floss, and I've done reverse back stitch to create my circle. And then for the actual leaves, all I'm doing is straight stitch. Couldn't be easier. And you can probably just work out tiny, tiny little dots everywhere, interspersed around the foliage. And I can't decide if I'm going to do those as red berries or whether I'm going to use a little touch of gold. Won't know until I get going. But these are absolutely perfect for me to pick up and put down over the next few months. And I'm sure if you're interested, you can approach Sue and ask her to replicate these designs, because it would be lovely if you stitched along with me. As I said, I've got 8 designs here. I will be stitching another design for the actual cover of my little book, and then I'll be making up my little embroideries into a fabric book at the end. So I'll easily have this done by the end of the year, and it will be lovely having you stitch along with me. If you'd like to let me know which one you'd like me to tackle next, please leave that in the comments. If not, I'll see you at the end of the month, if not before, with how this one looks, and we'll take it from there. Okay, everybody, I really hope you're going to have a lovely day, whatever you're doing, that you can find some time for crafting or 5 minutes to do some embroidery during your day. Either way, have fun, and until the next video, bye-bye now.